There comes a moment in every man's life when the lies he has lived with finally collapse. Not because the world exposed them, but because he grew strong enough to see them. That moment is brutal. It leaves you breathless, shaken, stripped of everything you thought you understood about yourself. And yet that moment is the beginning of freedom. A man does not rise when life is easy. He rises when he is forced to confront what he has avoided for far too long. Today, you will face 6 Stoic truths that will break you before they rebuild you. Truths that cut through comfort and bring you face to face with the reality you've tried to bury. If you stay, you will not remain the same man. You will walk out sharper, calmer, and stronger. This is not a motivational talk. This is a reckoning. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You must build your life action by action, and be satisfied if each one achieves its goal." This quote is not soft. It is a demand, a challenge, a reminder that your life is nothing but a series of choices, and every choice either strengthens you or weakens you. Stoicism doesn't ask you to feel better, it asks you to be better. It calls you to responsibility, discipline, clarity, and truth. And the 6 brutal truths you are about to hear will push you toward exactly that. This quote frames everything. You are responsible for the man you're becoming. No excuses, no illusions, no hiding, only action, only truth, only the courage to face reality head on. Brutal truth. Number 1, no one is coming to save you. This is the first truth, and it is the one most men spend their whole lives resisting. You wait for someone to help you, understand you, rescue you, love you, or validate you. But the world is not built to save you. The world is built to test you. Every challenge you face, every setback, betrayal, heartbreak, failure, is not a punishment. It is training, and the sooner you accept that no one is coming, the sooner you will rise. Modern psychology calls it internal locus of control. Stoicism called it ownership. Both mean the same thing. Your life changes the moment you take full responsibility for it. Most people never do. They point fingers, they blame circumstances, they blame family, they blame fate. But you are here because you sense the truth. The life you want will not arrive by accident. It will be built by discipline, clarity, and grit. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." He knew that when you take control of your life, people won't understand you. They'll mock your discipline. They'll resent your growth. They'll question your decisions. Let them. You are not here to be understood. You are here to be unstoppable. This is the brutal beginning, but it is also the foundation of freedom. When you stop waiting for rescue, you stop living as a victim. You reclaim your power, and once you do, everything begins to change. Brutal truth. Number 2, your pain is a teacher, not a sentence. You have been taught to fear pain, to avoid it, to numb it, to run from it. But the Stoics saw pain differently. They saw it as the greatest teacher a man can have. Every wound you carry, emotional, mental, spiritual, holds a lesson, a message, a direction. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is instruction. Consider the heartbreak you thought you wouldn't survive. Consider the betrayal that shattered your trust. Consider the failure that made you question your worth. At the time, it felt like hell. But now, with distance, you can see that each of those moments shaped you. They exposed your weaknesses. They revealed your blind spots. They forced you to grow. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." He understood that suffering is not random, it is refining. It burns away illusions. It humbles your ego. It prepares you for the life you were meant to live. In modern psychology, this is called post-traumatic growth. Not everyone experiences it, only those who face their pain instead of running from it. And that is what Stoicism teaches. Don't escape the discomfort, examine it. Ask what it's teaching you, ask what it's revealing. Your pain is not your prison, it is your professor. Stop fearing it, start learning from it. Brutal truth. Number 3, you become weak the moment you let others control your mind. A man without mental discipline is a man who can be manipulated, provoked, or broken by anyone. That is the opposite of Stoicism. Stoicism is the art of mastering the self, especially the mind. Every reaction you fail to control becomes a chain that binds you. Anger, jealousy, insecurity, fear, ego, these emotions are not the problem. Your lack of control is. Epictetus taught that freedom begins the moment you understand what is and isn't in your control. But too many people surrender their minds to others. A stranger insults you and your mood collapses. Someone leaves you on read, and your confidence fractures. Someone disagrees with you, and your ego erupts. This is slavery. Psychology calls this emotional reactivity. The Stoics simply called it weakness. You become strong the moment you decide, no one dictates the state of my mind but me. You stop responding impulsively. You stop taking things personally. You stop letting external chaos shake your internal peace. When you master your mind, you become dangerous not because you seek conflict, but because you cannot be controlled. You walk through the world with calm power, unshaken, unbothered, unfazed. And that calmness is the greatest mark of strength. Brutal truth. Number 4, people will disappoint you. Expect it, accept it, stay unbroken. One of the most painful truths in life is this: people are inconsistent. They say things they don't mean. They make promises they don't keep. They love you one moment and hurt you the next. The Stoics understood this well. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning that he would meet people who are selfish, irrational, arrogant, jealous, and ungrateful. Not because he was cynical, but because he was prepared. You suffer more from expectations than reality. You expect loyalty, you expect honesty, you expect consistency. And when people fail to meet those expectations, you break. But Stoicism teaches a different approach. Expect human nature to be flawed. Accept that most people are ruled by impulses, insecurity, and emotion. This doesn't make them evil, it makes them untrained. Psychology calls this predictive emotional resilience. When you accept the true nature of others, disappointment loses its power. You stop taking betrayal personally. You stop wasting energy trying to change people. You stop bleeding for those who wouldn't scrape a knee for you. The message is simple. Let people be who they are. You focus on who you must become. That is freedom. Brutal truth. Number 5, time is running out and you're acting like you'll live forever. This truth is the harshest of all. You live as if you have endless time. You postpone your growth. You delay your dreams. You waste your days in distraction, numbing your potential with meaningless noise. But death is not a distant concept. It is a shadow that walks beside you at all times. The Stoics practiced memento mori, the remembrance of death, not to be morbid, but to be awakened. When you remember that your time is limited, your priorities sharpen, your excuses die, your discipline rises. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." He was right. The life you want is possible. The man you want to become is possible, but not if you keep postponing your transformation. Modern psychology calls this temporal motivation theory. When you feel time slipping, you act, you take risks, you focus, you move, you change. Stop acting like tomorrow is guaranteed. It isn't. And that realization is not meant to depress you, it is meant to ignite you. Brutal truth. Number 6, you will lose everything you are not willing to fight for. This final truth cuts deeper than the rest because it exposes the silent reality behind every failure, every regret, every "I wish things were different." Life will take everything from you if you do not defend it: your peace, your dreams, your identity, your self-respect, your purpose. Nothing stays in the hands of a man who refuses to protect it. Most people walk through life passively. They hope things will improve, hope people will treat them well, hope opportunities will fall into their path. But hope without action is weakness. Stoicism teaches that you must guard what matters, or you will lose it by default. Your confidence? If you don't build it, the world will crush it. Your boundaries? If you don't enforce them, people will break them. Your goals? If you don't pursue them relentlessly, they will decay into regret. Marcus Aurelius said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." The obstacles in front of you are not barriers, they are instructions. They reveal where you must train, where you must grow tougher, where you must rise instead of fold. Modern psychology confirms this. People value what they invest effort into. If you don't fight for your peace, your discipline, your growth, your future, you will never value it and you will never keep it. Stoicism does not promise an easy life. It promises a meaningful one. And meaning requires resistance. It requires force. It requires intention. A man who does not fight for his life ends up living a life he never wanted. So let this final truth burn into your mind. Whatever you are not willing to fight for, you will lose, and no one will save it for you. If you've made it this far, something inside you is already shifting. You have confronted truths most people avoid their entire lives. You face the reality of pain, time, responsibility, weakness, and human nature. And as harsh as these truths are, they are also liberating. Because once you see reality clearly, nothing can blind you again. The Stoic path is not about becoming emotionless. It is about becoming unbreakable. It is about shaping yourself into a man who rises through hardship instead of collapsing under it. A man who sees truth instead of hiding from it. A man who chooses strength over comfort, clarity over illusion, action over excuse. You are that man. Or at least, you are becoming him. These truths may sting, they may bruise, they may force you to look at parts of yourself you've tried to avoid. But they will also set you free. And the man who walks out of that freedom becomes unstoppable. This is your awakening. Now walk forward with the calm, controlled, unshakable resolve of a Stoic warrior. If this message hit you with the force it was meant to, then leave a comment right now with one line. I choose strength over comfort, not for the algorithm, not for attention, but as a declaration, a commitment to the man you are becoming. And don't forget to subscribe to Anonymous Achiever if you want more Stoic truth, more discipline, more mental armor, and more guidance for the battles you face within yourself. This is not entertainment, this is training, and your transformation is only just beginning.